behind the cage. Dash to his right and wraps it around for the goal. Ovo, O'Reilly, over the top. Roy ready. Shot and score. Gets around Wheaton. Off the bounce. Shot and a score. Wow. Levine with some speed. Levine fakes a pass. Levine all the way is going to fire and score. Up top, Druin. He wants a shot, and he's got it. Wow. Meanwhile, Arbusto. One-handed shot is up and in. With an extra man. Bouvier sniping. Top corner. Sophomore goes back to it. Enzo turns and scores. Now inside of 4 minutes. Who's the man? Spellman's the man. That's who. Clark on the run. Shot and score. Meanwhile, Durkin to the cage. Shot and score. Chase. Extra feed. Shot and score. Game over. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Nashua. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe here with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week between the Londonderry Lancers and the Nashua South Purple Panthers. Two teams looking for playoff bids in Division 1. Two programs on the rise, and two teams in a lot of ways still trying to figure out what they have here early in the season. Week number 2, statewide. Glad you could join us here at Stello Stadium. A windy afternoon, a little bit cold. Anyone's guess here as we get set for this 4 o'clock Eastern face-off. And, well, your initial thoughts here as the Purple Panthers and Lancers finish up the warm-ups here momentarily.
Yeah, I was very surprised, and welcome everybody to Stellos, I had a very good conversation with Coach Sampson right before the season started, and he went into depth of how they planned things out this early season, in the off season. They went to a different venue other than the New Hampshire Sportsplex this time around, and did a lot of scrimmaging. In fact, they scrimmaged as many as 10 different teams in a number of different ways to prep themselves, which I thought was just tremendous thinking, since you had a beefy part of your schedule right out of the gate here. But to see those two performances in those scores, one while we were doing the broadcast the other night, the Bedford game, that was it was really startling to see that. So I'm really up for seeing what they're doing out there, what they're doing wrong, perhaps, that isn't matching up well with, we've seen Exeter and we've seen Bishop Girton, so we might have a little bit of a key there. Hey, Coach Monson here on South, he's got these guys ready to play. Keene, Monadnock was their first win. Salem was their second win. This could be a real slugfest here today with two teams that, number one, South hasn't seen tremendous competition, but Londonderry needs a win, and could be a pretty good scrap heat out there.
Some of the players to watch, we'll start with the Purple Panthers. How about the Johnson brothers? Griffin, the senior attackman, and, of course, Ethan, the senior goaltender. Those two guys we've heard mentioned over the years from other coaches as players to keep an eye on. So certainly they've had an impact early with their success, and their skill sets should be on display this afternoon.
Yeah, we heard nothing but good things about Ethan Johnson last year. In fact, I can recall Coach Cameron saying from Bishop Girton that he was the real deal.
Right.
And I didn't get to see him really at all last year due to our broadcasting schedule, but I did see him at indoor last year. He's impressive, and he might be the key to keeping them in this game.
Yeah, and on the other side, Londonderry, they've got some returnees from a pretty good squad a year ago, and, well, as we talked about, kind of a team approach here as Londonderry looking to, I guess, right the ship here early. And that gets back to my point of bringing up their early season schedule. If you're a head coach with whatever amount of say you have in terms of the order of the games, is there a preference at all in terms of the opponents, playing some of the stronger teams early? Does that have maybe benefits
later in the season?
Yeah, I'll answer that two ways. The first way, and immediately what comes to mind, is obviously my own background at the high school level coaching at Bedford. We never got out to a strong start. We just were just that team. You've heard me say it on these broadcasts before about that team. Slow starting. I did not like to, come right into the season with a Pinkerton or a Bishop Girton, something like that. I wanted to really get, and as we said last night about the offenses, get the offensive cook going and make sure that you are in sync. I would rather, some of these teams, Bishop Girton will be, this is their fourth game in. Not that they need that kind of tune-up, but this will be a big challenge for them tonight, as much as this is a challenge for South, I think.
Yeah. Well, looking around the league here, another night here, Tuesday in week number 2. We're going to see BG a little bit later on, as we know, but there's some other scores and games, rather matchups, that we'll keep an eye on tonight. As Tuesday, kind of a slow night.
Yeah, for
Division
we
just got
1,
Pinkerton and Concord in D1. Lebanon is at Bishop Brady in Division 2. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Game time here in Nashua. South and Londonderry coming up next. You're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And do you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time, given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today.
At Dead River Company, the work we do is about more than just filling up tanks. It's about the everyday moments in your home. We're here to fix your heating equipment, so you have heat and hot water for moments like this. We brave the elements, so you're always safe and warm. Anytime, day or night. Because it's moments like this that we do everything we do.
Dead River Company. It's not your job to worry about the heat. It's ours.
Become a customer today, and we'll be there for the moments that matter to you.
All right, back here in Nashua, game time. Nashua South and Londonderry in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you. The sun is out for the first time after a very rainy and windy morning. It is cleared off, and we are set for the first of two here at Stello Stadium. BG and the Zavarian brothers will tangle coming up later on tonight. All right, Londonderry in their road blues. The Purple Panthers in their home whites. Nashua South will head left to right in this first period. Londonderry right to left. Lancers get to it and win the opening faceoff. Good wing play there by the long pole who comes in to snatch it off the bounce. That's Jesse Morin. And now looking to set the table on the far side wing is the Londonderry attack. That's Nathan Pedrick. They bring it near side. Talking here defensively. South defense has gotten off to a good start, as you highlighted, Roger. And looks like they're coming out and applying some pressure here on the perimeter. Londonderry is going to back up and look for some space.
Yeah, I think that the team that gets off to a quick start here could have the big advantage in the long run. Wind is picking up here. It's getting colder.
Something to watch for sure. It got windy and cold last night as well. We were out on the seacoast in Exeter, the southern part of the state here this afternoon. Same thing. This one off the bounce. Connor Howe in the middle, looking for John Bauman. Double teamed, able to get the pass away, but it's off target. Pedrick trying to chase it down, can't get there. South able to force the turnover, and now it's their turn on the attack as Michael Rutstein, the senior midfielder, able to step across midfield, takes a hit, being ridden here to his left. It's good defense by Brandon Robbins for Londonderry, the junior. All right, just over a minute gone by. First trip for Nashua South. Home team trying to get on the board first. Pull it out. Connor Roselle. Double team. Lost it. Scooped up. Robbins making the play there for Londonderry. Looks for a trailer. And the clear there on a nice job.
Get those middies out on the field. Can't have a pole getting pinched on the side there.
Yeah, he's going to escape trouble with his own legs, run away, get rid of the ball, and then get back on the other side of the 50. So for the second trip, Coach Sampson's club looking to set up. South head coach Bill Monson watching with his hands in his pockets. To the left, off the switch, Pedrick. Back up top for the reset. Howe to his right, draws a slide, going to backstep. A little bit of trouble. Howe testing the waters, backs up again. Londonderry patient here on trip number 2 with 2.5 minutes gone by first quarter.
Yeah, they're coming out in a 1-4 set, and they're trying to isolate Howe up at the top, and when he lost the ball there, he got it back to him. And now they're trying the same set here. See what they can do with Howe trying to get a good run here off a pick, perhaps.
Yeah, Howe directing traffic now with his offhand. Takes a jog to his left, or his right, rather. Comes back near side.
Watch for the, yeah.
Pedrick up top. Shot. Bauman goes low and wide. Johnson watches it sail to his left. Senior goaltender wearing number 5 in white. Londonderry. You can hear Coach Monson upset about something, screaming out, "Check your man." Londonderry, though, not pushing the issue.
No, and they're just so far away. I mean, even that shot was 15 yards out. I mean, they could have gone one more pass there and gotten a better take.
On the move, far side. Josh DeFranzo.
Not help.
Over the top of the cage, looking for Heward. Backed up, near side. Nice. Extra man, but DeFranzo can't get it in the stick. Over to scoop up the ground ball is Roselle. South the other way. Roselle himself along the near sideline in a foot race. Hit from behind. Goes crashing into Coach.
That's got to be a flag, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Upended one of the coaches there on the sideline in a scary moment. We get the first whistle here with 4 minutes gone by.
Yeah, that's clearly a push, and, you know, the referee, he was way behind on this one. He needs to be up closer, maybe a good 15 yards at least, behind the ball carrier there. Kind of a late flag, almost like he may not have seen it. I'm not sure, but Monson was right in his ear.
Well, Bauman's down there in the box. First penalty, it's against Londonderry. So an extra man opportunity here for South as Roselle puts it in play.
Well, let's see what they can do here. See what their EMO looks like. This kid Medling, number 24. He's got some size on him, Nick. He reminds me of Aiden Drowan.
That's Rhett Medling, the senior. Goal line extended here, calling for the ball. They go up at the top of the box instead. Roselle, far side. Nathaniel Campbell, another senior, strong senior class in white this afternoon. Shot low, no problem for Duarte. That's the goaltender, Dane Duarte, veteran starter. Going to leave the cage here on the outlet pass, which is taken high on that far side.
Again, no movement on an extra man set. Just a lot of standing around in perimeter play.
Short pass at midfield. Howe going to weave his way to the 30 and again pull it back deep on the wing. Now we get a whistle here.
I don't know what that was. He touched the box, so I don't know what the problem was. Maybe he did touch it after the 20 seconds, but
well, South okay with that. Purple Panthers looking for the game's opening goal. Everybody getting a touch here on that far side. And they're going to rotate. Campbell near side. Rutstein. And goal line extended. Here's the big Medling. Behind the cage. Griffin Johnson. Around the perimeter it goes. Londonderry doing a good job communicating.
South's making it easy on him, Nick.
Yeah.
Nobody's moving anywhere. There's no set play.
Well, we're back to even strength now. 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. Roselle double teamed. Jammed up on the pass, and it's taken away off the bounce. Good play. That's Pedrick Provost. Able to avoid. And then get rid of it here near side. Jesse Morin on the pickup. And Morin doing a good job on the clear. Now the Lancers looking for something. Jack Byrne looking for guidance from the sideline. Going to get rid of it. Benjamin Pedukula is on. Pedukula downhill to his left. The defender, Gage Daw, draws over. Pass, shot on the move, deflected by Johnson. Good save there. Save number 1 for the senior goaltender.
Good play by Londonderry there. They got some ball movement and they got some body movement. Found the open man coming up on goal line.
Meanwhile, Johnson finally gets rid of it. Metling lowers the shoulder, lost the ball at midfield.
Love the clear. Bring up. He stepped out.
And the senior's left foot was over the line, right in front of Coach Sampson, who points it out on the Londonderry sideline.
Love the clear. They're bringing in attackman over the 50-yard line and dropping another person inside the offensive zone to stay on sides. Unsuspecting Londonderry gave Medling a free pass there, but he lost it on the travel. Now Medling's caught back on defense.
Yep. He's got his eye on the man with the ball right now. That's Londonderry's Pedicula. Left side shot. Deflected off somebody. It made him in the defense. Goes a mile in the air and out of bounds.
Oh.
Johnson trying to argue it should be South's possession. Instead, it looks like it's going to stay with Londonderry.
Technically, it should be. It was a goalie ball.
DeFranzo on the restart. Weaves his way, fires, and scores. Able to leave his feet and whip that shot towards the cage. Josh DeFranzo, the senior, puts Londonderry on the board first. Beats Johnson, had some zip on that shot. 1-0 Lancers.
Yeah, good effort by DeFranzo on this. He just beat his man, plain and simple. Good slide came in by Medling, but Medling's an attackman. He didn't come at him the way you normally would with a long pole or even a good body there. But good play by Londonderry to pick out the weakness there and go for it.
The goal comes with just over 5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. So the Lancers able to cash in. And now we'll look for their second face-off win in as many tries. Crowd still kind of filing in here. These afternoon starts can be hit or miss sometimes, but a pretty good crowd here so far in the Gate City. Meanwhile, another ground ball on the wing secures the face-off for Londonderry. As Morin able to get to it again, and the Lancers back at it here, looking to build on a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Jesse's the real deal. He's the real deal. We have seen him before.
Coming off the field now and having a word one-on-one with Coach Sampson is Morin. Meanwhile, Pedrick fires. Johnson stops it. Rebound out in front of the cage, up for grabs. Morin battling for Londonderry. And it's tracked down in the end by Noah Malcolm, the senior, for the Lancers. Good hustle both ways, but Londonderry able to get to it.
Yeah, good save.
Downhill. Pedrick up top for Howe. Little jab step. Again, going to back out. Over the middle. Morin's got room. Shot from Heward, rather, is wide. Bouncer ends up out of play behind the cage. Good spacing, though, I think, initially here from the Londonderry attack, right?
Yeah, a good spacing. Both offenses seem to be relying a lot more on one-on-one play rather than positioning, following on the dodge, looking cross box. But yes, I would agree.
DeFranzo's got another.
That was a great play.
Great individual move along the near side, able to fire that one. Looked like he released it down by the hip.
Yeah. He
caught Johnson by surprise. 2-0 Lancers.
He was watching Wong yesterday at Pinkerton. Same similar type of. He didn't get a pass. He played this one-on-one, but he did the same exact follow-through. Went low to high, and hey, when you change planes that close in on a goalie, he just can't track that ball. That's a really good play.
DeFranzo off to a good start. Both of Londonderry's goals.
Yeah. Both unassisted.
2-0 favor of the road team. Meanwhile, the officials trying to sort something out down on the field. I think having a word with the players down by the Nashua cage. Meanwhile, South in search of an answer. Down 2-0 out of the chute. Hoping for a face-off win, won't get it.
Parsons in control here, Nick.
Able to track it down. Parsons now 3 for 3. Kyle McPhail scoops it up. The junior now in some trouble. McPhail trying to stay with it. Atones at midfield. Roselle knocks him towards the sideline. He throws it over the shoulder. It's up for grabs now at the 50-yard line. Pulled in by South's Michael Rutstein, and we have another whistle. And a flag, I think, this time coming from that far side official.
Not sure what he saw.
Well, whatever it was, it excited the Londonderry sideline.
Heward acted like he was going off sides at the 45-yard line. There is a rule in NHFS NHSF. Let me get that straight.
Yep.
That you must paint the 50-yard line on either side if the stripe is the same color as a football field where the yard markers are. And that's hard for an attackman that's trying to stay on sides sometimes not to tiptoe across that.
Well, there's just so many lines here at Stello Stadium. You have all kinds of events. Soccer, field hockey, football, and, of course, lacrosse here in the springtime. There's a lot of different boundaries and a lot of different colors down on this turf field.
Exactly.
This one rolls. Looks like it was kicked by somebody.
Yeah.
Play continues. And it's picked up here by Pedrick. Going to throw it far side, and Londonderry looks to reverse. Inside of 3 minutes, first quarter. Good start for the Lancers. Hoping now for a 3-0 lead. Pedrick, the back pedal. And shadowed here by Roselle. Forces him to get rid of it. And now Bauman, a slow trot to the far side. Back near side, Pedrick. Looks for a dodge, spins right. It's inside of Roselle. Draws a slide. Pass, off target. Foot race, far sideline. Savage got a stick on it initially for Londonderry, but now it's South the other way. Look at a scoop on the move. Brady Swisher, another one of these Purple Panther seniors. Down to 2 minutes first quarter. Sun back out here in the Gate City. It looks good. After what we saw really last night and this morning. Stormy style winds here. Really rattled the area, and a lot of rain over the last 24 hours. But weather is out, and we're looking good here. Duarte able to close down the 5-hole and come up with a save there on that wing shot. Now Londonderry with an easy clear coming right to left with 90 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Action's been at this end of the field more often than not here in the opening frame, as Londonderry has had an early time of possession battle advantage. You're going to bring Savage back on. Gives way to Byrne. And now right back to Savage with a minute to go. Looks to attack the defense to his left, eyeing the cage. Has a man, but he overthrows him. Tried to hook up with DeFranzo, creeping along the near post. It goes over his head out of bounds.
I like the idea. He started in his right hand and then switched to his left, clearly looking to draw the defense up, either with a first slide or a second slide, and that's been leaving DeFranzo open, and he just missed the pass.
So now South in no hurry. The tail end of this first quarter, trailing 2-0. As we tick down towards 30 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Going to let Johnson handle it. He's going to bring it himself now behind the cage. A little stop and start, reverses, looks for somebody. Goes back at the end of the wing. Roselle thought about it. Down to 15 seconds, near side.
Nice
Shot on
look.
the run, got it.
Nice look.
A bouncer. Nathaniel Campbell, the senior, put some zip on it. Hit the turf in the right spot. Shoots up into the net to put South on the board. Now 2-1. Londonderry in front.
Yeah, absolutely a good shot. Just a good shot. I mean, he had plenty of room, and Duarte had a good look at that. But when you put it on the ground on wet turf, anything can happen, and it did in this case. Give an assist there to number 11 as well, Connor Rousel.
So we're left with 14 seconds here in the first quarter. All right, good win for South. Campbell.
They got to push it.
Looking ahead. Rutstein in the middle. Extra pass. Bounces harmlessly away from the cage. Backed up by Londonderry, and that is going to do it for this first quarter. A good start for the Lancers. Josh DeFranzo. 2 early goals. Got the party started. South with an answer just seconds ago, Nathaniel Campbell. And that's where we are after one. 2-1 Londonderry, right back to Stello Stadium in just a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
2-1 after one. Londonderry out in front on the road here at Stello Stadium, leading Nashua South through 12 minutes. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. 2 teams looking for their footing in the D1 landscape early in the season, week number 2 statewide of the lacrosse schedule.
Yeah, so far they look pretty even. And, in fact, they look carbon copies of each other on offense. They're running the same basic set. Seen a little 1-4 out of Londonderry, but mostly 3-3s, trying to morph with the Dodgers up top and getting some motion down below. Would like to see a little bit more of that and a little bit more tightness up at the top and eliminate some of these long passes across the midfield, which you can't do that all day. So you're going to have to try and tighten things up a little bit. And then, as you dodge on both sides, as you're dodging, get the following midfielder and move things around quickly to get down low.
Another face-off coming. Londonderry, an early advantage at the X through the first quarter. Hoping to maintain that advantage here.
2 straight now for South.
Instead, it goes to South, right? Ty Parsons won the first 3 for Londonderry. South needed it. Now a chance to tie here as they open up the second quarter on the attack. Teams, of course, switching ends, and South now heading right to left. Wind on and off here. Sun in and out on what was, up until game time, a rainy Tuesday here in mid-April. All right, on the run, toying with the idea, is the big-bodied Rhett Medling. Look good here for South. Londonderry, of course, scored the first 2 goals, if you're just joining us, both from Josh DeFranzo, the senior run from the same side.
He's got it.
Shot on the run across the body won't work for Campbell, who scored South's lone goal of that first quarter in the closing seconds. Long outlet pass. The long pole going to bring it himself across without an issue. That's Dylan Risley.
There's a good take by Campbell. What we just talked about, lots of one-on-one dodges from up top.
Savage, uncontested, going to fire and strike true. Goes upstairs to beat Johnson. Londonderry able to reestablish their 2-goal lead. Nice play there, right down the middle. Left the South defenders scratching their heads.
Yeah, he came from way up top of the box on that cut. And got a good feed. I didn't catch the number on that. Maybe we'll catch it here on the replay. Number 5, yeah, number 5. He's right back in there on the assist. That's Patakula, and finds him, and just nobody picked him up.
Comes with just over a minute gone by in this second quarter. So back to a 2-goal lead for the visitors. Another face-off and another scrum here at midfield. Ball going to take a bounce towards the south end, goes skyward, hopping now toward the near sideline, out of play in the Londonderry bench.
Which way are they going here?
I think the officials are going to give it to South.
That's going to be their 3rd straight win.
Yep. Which brings us even now at 3 apiece. No problem on the clear along the far side. Campbell going to jog along that sideline. Roselle now in possession behind cage. Roselle trying to body. Slide comes over.
Got to move it. That's it.
Forced it out of his hands. Now Johnson for a laboring scoop. Reverse, looking. Pulls it out instead to Medling. Both teams have been patient on the attack as we've talked about. South taking their time here. Rutstein to the middle. Again, looking to hunt him down as the second defender. South just trying to keep it with them. Now a shot. Long one there. No problem for Duarte.
Now, see, that's a prime example of what I just said, Nick. They did all that work. They got the ball down low, and they made this long pass across the box to the top of the box to Campbell, and Duarte's going to see that all day long.
Meanwhile, Bauman, who lost his footing a moment ago, recovers. Trying to whip a pass through the zone there. Howe ultimately able to secure it for the Lancers along the far sideline. Londonderry, a collective breath, now ready to operate here. 3 minutes in, second quarter. Lancers have played with the lead throughout here, got on the board early. About midway through that first quarter. Shot, won't get through.
It's a body.
It's loose in the corner. Fanning at it is DeFranzo. It ends up out of play, and
really was a shot.
Going to stay on this end. Yeah, DeFranzo, heady play, I think, there. Meanwhile, the flag is down. Flag here in front of the Londonderry sideline. Coach Sampson doesn't look happy. But this one may be against South.
Yeah, this is...
Coach Monson demanding now an explanation.
Unsportsmanlike for 1 minute. That's on LaTulip.
Alfred LaTulip the fourth. The senior defender down on his left knee in the box with a little explaining to do to Coach Monson.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he was even on the field.
First penalty against South. We saw one go against Londonderry back in that first period.
Yeah, he's a defender, and maybe he was coming on the field thinking that he was being switched out, but don't know.
They go to the middle. DeFranzo lights the lamp. Well, found a hole in that defense. Able to square up, and he's got the hat trick here early in the second quarter. 4-1 Lancers.
And it's going to be an extra man goal for them. And, boy, DeFranzo is nearly unstoppable right now. He's a sneaky guy, too. And
I was about to say, it looks like he's been in the right place at the right time now a few times.
Yeah.
In this first half.
I'm gonna watch more closely on their EMO next time to see if he starts out behind the net, because that's where his first 2 goals started. They manifested themselves on a unassisted dodge, but this time he creeps into the top of the crease and finds the opening there. So maybe they're using his stealthiness to find openings. It'll be interesting to see where that goes.
Well, Londonderry's got their largest lead now on the board, so they make South pay for that penalty.
And that's what you want.
Meanwhile, after a couple different stabs at it, Morin fails to secure it. Duarte, in the end, helps him out of the cage. And the Lancers have it in their own end now against the Ride. They come middle. Morin downfield. Bauman now on the move. Comes near side. Across looking for the cutter, Heward. Pass ends up behind him. Backed up by DeFranzo on that far side. It'll stay at this end with Londonderry. With now 4 minutes gone by in this second quarter, down to 10 seconds on the EMO. Spin move, DeFranzo looks for a cutter. He's got Heward over the shoulder, stuffed it looked like by Johnson. Loose on the far side, South defense trying to get to it. The long pole in pursuit. That's Robert Heaton, the junior. Couldn't quite get there. Another ground ball for Londonderry. Back to even strength. Backdoor pass broken up. Good defensive play by Roselle, who's going to keep it himself. Right to left here for South. Steps across the 50. Bullet pass, trying to hook up with Johnson, too hot to handle. Rolls into the corner, scooped up by Pedrick, who comes back near side. Goaltender, again looking to facilitate. This one dropped, however, on the far side. Howe, able to secure. Howe weaves by one, hit by a second, hacked at by a third, spins away from him as well. Howe in control. Metling now trying to put some wood on him. Knocks him to the ground. Pass, though, secured by DeFranzo, who looks to spin away into safety in that far corner. Labor is clear here for Londonderry, and now looking to attack, trying to expand on this 4-1 lead as we approach the midway point second quarter.
I'm not sure what they're trying to do here.
Well, they're looking for instruction, I think. Coach Sampson trying to get the personnel right, it looks like, as we see Savage jog onto the field. DeFranzo deep behind the net now, looking to make a move on Medling. Comes near side. Fires a wild shot midair as he's knocked to the ground, ends up on the side of the netting of the cage. Outlet from Johnson. Not on the same page, though, with Medling, and it's turned over. Heward gets to it off the hop. Draws the attention of 2 defenders, and now backs his way out on the near side wing.
This is the second time we've seen Medley, the attackman, end up on defense. That clear, if it doesn't find success where he can get back, it's going to be a detriment to South, because they can't have literally 5-on-6 going out there.
Pass broken up out in front.
Now
Johnson feathers a pass on the outlet far side, and here comes Rutstein in a foot race. Savage trying to ride him towards the sideline. Little stop and start. Staying with it is Rutstein. And now we get a timeout, I believe, from the sideline. Yep. South going to talk it up. Trailing here 4-1 as we just passed the midway point second quarter. Our broadcast brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By New Hampshire iPhone Repair. It's done while you wait. It's backed by their lifetime warranty. Now with 6 locations in southern New Hampshire and on the seacoast, visit NHiPhoneRepair.com. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. By the Dead River Company, a full-service heating provider committed to keeping New Hampshire warm with propane and heating oil. Learn more at deadriver.com. And finally, by the Bean Group and Roger Howe Real Estate, your local professional for all types of real estate, residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties. Call 603-247-1583. Nick Anastas with Roger Howe here at Stello Stadium. First of 2 games in the Gate City tonight. BG and the Zavarian brothers are going to collide here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire later on at 6 o'clock Eastern. If you're just joining us here, Lancer struck first. They scored 2 goals about midway through that first quarter. South got on the board in the final minute. It's 2-1 Londonderry after 1. Lancers have added 2 more here in the second quarter. Highlighted, of course, by the hat trick from senior Josh DeFranzo.
Yeah, he would have had a 4th goal there on that little sweep around. He actually had a good take there, but just hooked it a little bit out of his stick as I saw it on the replay. And again, he took advantage of Medling. Medling's listed as a midfielder on our roster, but we've seen him out there on attack, and he's out there on attack again now.
Yeah, his goal line extended far side.
South flag.
Yep, going to draw a penalty here. Each team had sent a man to the box up until now. Looks like the second penalty against Londonderry on the way. Purple Panthers looking to reset.
Freebie here. I always like these. You don't have to do things like that.
Is fire a contested shot
just into a goalie
covered
stick.
up by Duarte, and that does draw the whistle here with just outside of 5 minutes to go in this first half.
Man, in my world in high school when I played, that was an instant 10 laps. Instant 10 laps. You just showed up the next day and said, "How far, coach?" And that's just. It's not smart lacrosse. I mean, you got a free play there. If you have to take that shot, if you as a player feel like you have to take that shot, put it on the ground. When you have a quality goalie like Duarte, you're just playing catch with him all day long.
So South for the second time.
So 32.
He's going to look to score on an extra man opportunity. Brandon Robbins is number 32 down in the box for Londonderry.
Yeah, I get to talking when I see silly things out on the field like that, and I missed what the call was, but it was definitely a personal foul, probably a cross-check the way Robbins reacted.
Full minute on the board, so Londonderry trying to hold down the fort, maintain this 4-1 lead. South looking to cut into it before halftime. Shot ends up wide. Tough angle there for Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson taking a page out of DeFranzo's book there.
Scored from a similar spot back in the first period for Londonderry.
But again, this is individual offense here on an extra man. There's no movement. There's no set play or rotation. You want to see a little more of that. Move the ball. There we go. Get one more.
It's off target, though.
Off target. And Johnson should be up higher on the 10-yard line when that ball gets over there. He shouldn't be at X.
Medling a good job on the ground ball to keep it at this end. Johnson looking to facilitate, overshoots the target. That was Campbell.
That's over and back. That should have been a whistle.
And we get the whistle. And now awaiting the restart. Again, Coach Monson hot down there on that south sideline inside a 4-minute second quarter. Coach Sampson now looking for an explanation.
It should be up at the 50.
Yeah, right around there, you would think.
Well, over and back requires you to be at the 50-yard line, period.
Oh, you're right. I thought it may have gone out of bounds.
Well, it did eventually, but
right
again.
Not sure when that whistle occurred.
Yeah.
Restart comes just inside of the 35. Swim move to the cage. One-on-one.
Nice play.
Count it. On a brilliant move, Noah Malcolm, the senior, got the step. Finishes at the cage to beat Johnson, who's looking at his defense like, what happened there?
Well, yeah, and what happened there was it was a long time coming, and it was painful to watch to get it started, but it was a quick whistle. And he took off, and there's just no defense in front of him. And they finally played him, but he had already made his move. He had cut right around 2 defenders easily enough.
How about a short-handed goal?
Yeah, we'll take that.
For Londonderry.
Yeah.
They've got one on the man up, and now one on the man down, so to speak.
Had that penalty not expired?
5-1.
No?
I don't believe so. Okay. We have to check that at halftime.
Yeah.
Coming up at halftime. Full look back at the first half. Roger's got some stats over there to get to, plus a preview of some of the out-of-state matchups, including second part of our doubleheader, BG and Zavarian Brothers. That's coming up at halftime. Meanwhile, a whistle off the face-off. And somebody was too early, I think, there for Londonderry. South's going to get it.
Yeah, and it was actually the South player, and I don't know how South gets it back, but there was a hold after the initial whistle. That's how they end up getting it back, but boy.
Close, either way.
Yeah.
All right, South back on the attack, trailing 5-1 for the first time. They turn it over. Couldn't catch up with it. Behind cage, it was Parker Fleury, the senior, trying to reach out to his left to keep it alive. Instead, Londonderry now working on the clear. Short pass. Bjorn able to flip it up quickly to DeFranzo, who's on the run. He's got a man near the cage, knocked down by Johnson.
Yeah.
Good attempt by the goalie behind net as well, trying to lay out for it.
Yeah, I think Robert Heaton there, the defender, actually got a piece of that too. Deflected it a bit.
I'm going to wait and allow Johnson to get back in net before the restart is given the green light. 3 minutes now, second quarter. Londonderry looking to finish off what's been a productive first half for the visitors. They've got their largest lead on the board and looking for more here. Out in front 5-1. DeFranzo has been the gang leader, so to speak. 3 goals, including 2 in that first quarter.
Yeah, look at him coming up from top.
Here he is. Yeah. Shake and bake. Nothing happening, though. Comes near side instead. We got a shot and a... well, that one I thought went in.
Yeah, it hit the top crossbar.
The crossbar goes all the way nearly out of bounds near sideline. Londonderry again hounds it. Jack Bjorn with the ground ball. Pretty shot, though.
I liked it. Oh, even better.
By Pedicula. Johnson, another save. Able to pull that one in. Looked like over the shoulder for South.
Nice look.
Long outlet taken by Medling. Able to spin with that big body at midfield and now on a foot race.
Oh, you got
eye on the cage. Going to fire and score. Goes low. To beat Duarte on the move. Medling showing what he can do and why he's been on the attack all afternoon so far. He gets the goal for South, and they're back within 3 at 5-2.
He's a Swiss Army knife right now. He was over the 50-yard line on this clear. He grabs the ball from Johnson on the clear, and he just legs it all the way down. And what did he do? Shoots it low. Keep it low. Keep it low on Duarte.
South needed that one. It breaks up what had been 3 unanswered goals. A streak that lasted throughout the second quarter by Londonderry. Comes to an end with 2 minutes even remaining before the break.
Yeah, I like it when a team can mix up their clear. We talked about this in the first game of the year, where you're not so static and predictable out there, and bringing an attackman over is a smart move sometimes.
Parson wins it straight up for Londonderry, but runs into trouble eventually in the defensive zone. Taken away by the long pole, Gage Daw. Daw drops it off in a full sprint as Roselle draws the slide. His pass, as a result, is off target. And again turned over behind the net.
Yeah, there's an example. We talked. You asked me last night about Fogo's shooting and Fogo's carrying the ball. There's an example of a don't.
Yep.
There's a do and a don't. That's a don't.
Wasn't sure if that was a shot or not, but...
It was a pass.
Right.
It was a pass.
All right, Londonderry, again trying to settle in here just before halftime. Noah Malcolm scored a moment ago in no hurry here in the near side corner. Now going to spin away from the defender. Attack. Coming middle. Looks for a shot. The bouncer may have hit the turf a little too early. Bounces harmlessly over the cage. However, it's backed up by DeFranzo, who again is going to circle back into the corner with now 1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, we get crunched.
Yep, big hit. Malcolm got squeezed by two different defenders. Johnson ends up with the ball. Outlet taken craftily by Roselle, who looks to avoid two Lancers. Does so at midfield, and we're going to get a timeout. The second of this first half by Nashua South. It comes with 46 seconds remaining before the break.
Well, Nashua got a little work to do here. I hope they run a play. They got plenty of time. I want to see what Coach Monson can put together. Got to involve Griffin Johnson, I would think, in meddling. Griffin's he's about due. He had one good play there on a take from behind. Well, I did want to say number 5. Is it Pedicula or Paticula? How do we pronounce that?
I think it's the latter.
Is it Paticula? He's got a rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice step down from him to hit the crossbar there.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of times in this first half where he was able to wind up and let it rip. He's got a good-looking shot.
Yeah, I like that.
South, they've trailed throughout this first half. Got on the board late in the first quarter, Nathaniel Campbell, and then a moment ago, Rhett Medling, but few and far between. Johnson has tried to keep them in the game, anchoring that defense. Londonderry with a great effort so far from Josh DeFranzo, 3 of the 5 scores for the visitors. So 5-2, 46 seconds remaining. Londonderry hoping to keep the score where it is. South trying to inch a little bit closer just before halftime.
So Rousel's going to start it off here. Let's see what they can manufacture. Watch the 2 wing attackmen.
Londonderry going to get out and press here. Rutstein.
Oh, that's a flag. Should be. There it is.
Yep, drew the flag and then lost the ball.
Yeah.
Londonderry eventually brings the whistle here with 27 seconds to go just inside.
Okay. Well, this is you should treat this as if you have 2 back-to-back technicals here. You've only got about 27 seconds to do something here on offense.
It's Cam Brutus, the sophomore who looked like gave up the initial positioning and then tried to recover, and went up high near the chin. Looked like from behind.
Yeah, he got trailed. He got beat, and he tried to bring it up with a little bit of an up check, and there it was.
Having a chat with Coach Sampson.
So I'm running my best 30-second technical man-up play here. You got not even 30 seconds, and you've heard me say this all season long so far. Just don't go perimeter and lollygag with this ball. You know, make a play that's got movement on it after the first or second pass.
Well, the game clock may determine that. Yeah, may force that issue.
See, I don't. They're trying to hold the ball because it's a 1-minute penalty. They want the ball back at the start of the third quarter, which is fine. But hey, you're down by 3 goals here, and you have a man advantage. Why not try and pop it in there?
Well, instead, it looks like they're just going to run out the clock and are content with taking the first possession of the third quarter, and that is where we'll pick things up in a few minutes from now. Halftime here in Nashua. The home team, Nashua South, trailing Londonderry by a score of 5-2. Coming up, full recap of that first half. Roger's got some stats. We've got highlights, analysis, plus an out-of-town scoreboard look on the way. A preview of our second game as well, BG and Zavarian Brothers, which comes your way at 6 Eastern. Londonderry looking good. They led wire to wire in that first half. They take a 3-goal lead with them into the locker room here at Stello Stadium. 5-2, Lancers out in front at halftime. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And do you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time. Given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today.
At Dead River Company, the work we do is about more than just filling up tanks. It's about the everyday moments in your home. We're here to fix your heating equipment, so you have heat and hot water for moments like this. We brave the elements, so you're always safe and warm. Anytime, day or night. Because it's moments like this that we do everything we do.
Dead River Company. It's not your job to worry about the heat. It's ours.
Become a customer today, and we'll be there for the moments that matter to you.
Halftime here in the Gate City. Londonderry looking good, leading Nashua South by a score of 5-2 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you. Londonderry looking for their second win of the season, trying to get back to the 500 mark. Scored twice in that first period. Josh DeFranzo, the senior, lit the lamp for the first time about midway through, and then about a minute and a half later, scored his second. South, they cracked the ice in the final seconds of the first quarter. Roselle to Campbell made it 2-1 Londonderry after one. Then the Lancers started to get a little momentum. 3 in a row. Brandon Savage, a third from DeFranzo, and then Noah Malcolm gave Londonderry their largest lead on a short-handed goal, 5-1 at that point, with just inside of 4 minutes remaining. And then Rhett Medling, a much-needed lift for South, gets a goal with 2 minutes even to go. And that's where we are, 5-2 at halftime. South, 2-0. Got wins over Keene and Salem, both on the road. Going to have to put in a little work here in the second half if they want to erase this 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, for sure. And it's mostly because of just miscues on their part, skill-wise. Some errant passes, some bad drops. Not a lot of movement on their offense to get things open. I like what they're trying to do on offense. They just need to tighten it up a little bit. Medling, I think, I like what Coach Monson's doing with him. He's mixing it up a little bit, moving guys back and forth, kind of like Pinkerton. Spellman goes back and forth. He's a two-way midfielder. But yeah, Londonderry, DeFranzo, their offense has just changed with whatever South has been throwing at them, and they're mixing it up quite nicely. And although both goalies, they're pretty much stretching it out evenly. Londonderry has 4 saves. The South goalie has 3, and faceoffs are virtually even. So
yeah, Londonderry got off to that good start, won the first 3, and then it seemed like things evened out after that at the X.
In the second quarter, South ended up getting 3. One of those was a whistle turnover, but it's a pretty even game here in spite of the score. Londonderry's just capitalizing better, and they're changing things up better.
Yeah, they led wire to wire in that first half. Of course, this is the first of 2 here at Stello Stadium. Our coverage continues later on tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern. Defending Division I champion Bishop Girton, challenging themselves with one of the best teams in New England, the Zavarian brothers. They seemingly meet, annually?
Yeah,
right? At least for a while. At least
the last
recently.
5 years, I think, is what I was able to look at.
One of the bigger scheduled games in terms of opponents for Bishop Girton. Of course, they were very limited last year due to the COVID-19 situation in terms of who they could schedule, but Massachusetts is open for business, so to speak. So Zavarian, they're going to travel up here, and we're going to be here. That's, again, tonight, right on the heels of this one here.
That'll be a lot of fun.
On Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, presented, of course, by Beals Insurance. All right. Anything, Roger, you expect to see differently here in the second half from an X's and O's standpoint, or do both coaches kind of stick to the game plan and see what happens?
Yeah, unlike some of the games that we've done already, namely this last one with Exeter and Pinkerton, where Pinkerton really had to kind of change a little bit of what they were doing because of personnel issues, and they were behind a better portion of that game. I think both teams just come out doing what they've been doing. South just needs to sharpen up on the skill end of things. That's what they need to do.
All right, here we go. Face-off on the way. South going to head left to right. Londonderry right to left. Sun is back out. It's been in and out of the clouds. More importantly, the rain and the wind has ceased. Factors earlier in the afternoon in the region.
So because of the penalty at the end of the second, South gains possession. If you hold the ball at the end of a quarter, you get it if you are on extra man. So, good tap there.
There were 33 seconds remaining on that penalty. And now 20 seconds in here. South still looking for the shot. Instead, they'll drop it near side. Rutstein took his eye off the ball. Londonderry going to make him pay. Full-out sprint, Dylan Risley. Risley himself Finally gets it off to Heward. Going to backpedal into the corner. Coming on strong, DeFranzo. Spins. Nearly lost his balance. Double teamed.
Get out of there.
Somehow survives the assault there from 3 different Purple Panthers. And now Pedrick ready to go for Londonderry.
Yeah, again, the miscues haunt South here on that man up. Prime opportunity to bring it within 2 here. Got sloppy again. No movement. Still, they started in a 3-3. They stayed in a 3-3.
They go behind the cage now. Goal line extended near side. This is Aiden Heward. One of 2 Hewards on the team. Logan and Aiden. Junior, sophomore. Aiden is the elder. All right. Bauman to his right. Roselle giving him room, the defender. Okay with the movement on the perimeter. They come near side. Heward going to flip it around again. Back up top for Howe.
Everybody's trading turns on the dodge here.
Trying to get Howe going downhill.
Right there is where you want to follow. Want number 4 to follow on these things. The middle midfielder that's popping up off the high crease to follow the midfielder on a rollback, and they're going to have this backside here wide open.
Meanwhile, an endless ground ball here.
That's got to go blue.
Out of bounds. It will stay with Londonderry. 2 minutes in, third quarter.
I don't have a problem with the dodging offense where you're just staying, in a basic set. You're freelancing, so to speak, and you are just dodging on the corners and trying to create, but you've got to have help. You've got to start rolling back, like right there. Why is 4 standing there? Why isn't he following in and creating offense on this backside to pop the wing attackman number 11? You can be creating things out there with the defense. You're making it easy on the defense right now because you're not moving.
Bauman.
No, he's got no help.
Slide comes over, pulls it back out. Downhill.
Follow.
Pedrick. Defender on his hip is Rutstein.
Yeah.
Long possession here for Londonderry. 3 minutes in, third quarter. Bauman looking middle. Malcolm, tough catch in traffic, and a gorgeous save by Johnson. Did a split there on his way to the ground. Comes up with another save. How many saves do you have at halftime, Roger?
He was with a total of 5.
Okay.
That'll make 6.
Yep. Londonderry's ride producing another turnover. DeFranzo trying to track it down. Johnson lays off at the last second. Goaltender still in the area. And is given the green light on the restart as South gets the possession back.
Smart goalie.
Johnson looking to lead the clear. The long pole. Severin Johnson, sophomore, one of 3 Johnsons on this roster. Coming up in 4 minutes gone by. No change in our halftime score.
All day long.
Duarte. No, that's the new goalie. Londonderry is going to get a look at the backup Colby Waldron, sophomore. Coach talked highly of him. Didn't play in that first half. Meanwhile, Heward down the middle, looks for a man left side. DeFranzo falling to his right, fires. Johnson with no problem, leaves the cage, throws a long outlet pass. Rutstein eventually picks it up. And he crosses midfield.
Good defense by number 9, Latulip there for South. He did not give up any ground against DeFranzo, and he played him very well with an open field block. He did not let him get by.
And Coach Monson issuing instructions from the south sideline. Purple Panthers looking for their third goal, trying to trim the Londonderry lead down to 2. This is Campbell.
Like it.
Leaves it off. Shot set aside by Waldron. Sophomore made the save from his knee. This one rolls out of bounds on the near sideline and will stay with the Purple Panthers.
I like that play. There was a dodge to the middle, and number 4, he just popped out, Rutstein, and he gets a shot off. Good take, good save.
All right, here's Johnson contained in that first half. Griffin, one of the senior leaders, now wants a one-on-one. Look at a shake, look at a spin to the far side, looking for a cutter. Up top, Medling going to fire. Easy save for Waldron. Now Walden going to tiptoe out of the net. Throw a bouncer along that far sideline for Provost. Provost goes by the defender. The long pole now looking for something to develop. Far side, they get the cutter, and
nice
there's the
play.
score. Cashed in. That was the trailer. Nice pass from the wing, and guess who finishes it off? It's DeFranzo, and it's goal number 4 for the senior. Londonderry now leading by 4 as they match their largest lead from the second quarter at 6-2.
Yeah, I think this may be the second transition goal that Londonderry has scored. So they're getting their space and they're finding guys open here on the run, and you just can't leave DeFranzo in a position like that.
Good pass, too.
Well, Walden started that. He had a great save down there and got things started on the clear.
He was looked good in this third quarter. Took over for starter, the starter, Dane Duarte. Looks like at halftime.
Yeah, he's got 75% as many saves as Duarte had in the first 2 quarters.
Meanwhile, Londonderry right back at it after the faceoff. Particular going to slow it down. Come to a stop here along the near side wing. Londonderry looks to get their personnel right as we hit the midway point, third quarter. Lancers have never trailed. Held leads of 2-0, 5-1, and now 6-2 here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Colby Walden is actually the son of one of the assistant coaches from Londonderry, Scott Walden. Scott played attack at Plymouth. Still plays club ball out there. He's a lax lifer like my boys.
And Coach Sampson has spoken highly of his staff and has really delegated a lot of the responsibilities to his assistants.
Yes, indeed. In fact, his other assistant, Chris Provo, is Patty Provo's dad.
There you go. Heward stopped cold by Johnson. Outlet reeled in off the bounce at midfield by Medling. And now the big midfielder comes down the middle. Pass left side. Johnson is going to light the lamp. Goes low to beat Walden. Beautiful placement. We were waiting for Griffin Johnson to check in. He does there with his first goal. South trying to claw their way back. Now back within 3 at 6-3.
Well, Medling figures in. Nice little bloop pass over there. Kind of slowly develops on that pass, but Griffin gets a good take, and Walden, the sun's really not, I don't guess it might be affecting Walden, but that was just a good take.
Well, what? The sun is starting to set, right?
You can see the trailing shadows, which leads me to believe that he might have gotten a little sun the way that was a high shot, but I don't know.
All right. South saying, we're here to fight. Plenty of time here. Still 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Londonderry's lead trimmed to 6-3. Lancers initially get to it. Looked like Byrne had it, stripped from behind. In the mix for South is Fleury. And now bodies everywhere before, in the end, it's scooped up by Byrne for the Lancers. He's on the move. Goes across the body with a bounce pass, scooped up by Malcolm, who's closed out well by the defender Cody Good, the long stick junior. Inside of 5 minutes, third quarter. Londonderry brings back on Brandon Savage. He's going to park himself right in the middle of that defense.
Not sure what this is all about.
Well, the Lancer coaching staff issuing some very specific instructions, it seems like, right now from the sideline. Coach Sampson may have something in mind.
Looks like a soccer game.
Now they're going to draw the defense out. Malcolm's going to get the step, going to fire. That one takes a bounce wide and out of play. It looks like the Lancers have paid particular attention to the spacing element of the attack, right?
Yeah, and, I mean, number 17, Malcolm, he's fast. So, maybe this is a little test play here just to see what they can do to the defense.
Trying to poke and prod. They'll get the step here. Shot comes on the move, goes wide. And again, uncontested behind net is DeFranzo to back it up. Inside of 4 minutes, third quarter. Again, looks like Londonderry kind of experimenting here on the attack. DeFranzo Going to draw a slide, going to reverse, behind net, pass over the cage, taken by Heward near side, but he stumbles. Trying to recover, looking for the ball, helped out by his teammate Savage, who secures for the boys in blue. And then again, both Coach Sampson and both his assistants here really hands-on on this possession in particular. As we head towards 3 minutes. Drawing the slide, pass now taken behind cage. Heward, pass intercepted. Now Johnson, I think, just reached out and plucked it. Now Johnson spins his way out of the net, throws a pass on the run. It's broken up at midfield. Good defensive play is right, as Dylan Risley able to give his team a chance to get to it, and Londonderry does take advantage. Now a push from behind is going to draw a flag and a whistle.
And that's meddling.
That'll stop the clock with inside of 3 minutes. Both officials went to their pockets there for what looked like an obvious third penalty of the game on the way here against Nashua South.
Yep. Yeah, you got away with the first one there. He shouldn't have gotten the second one, because the second one is the one that drew the penalty. He had one there, and there's the second one. Yeah, and
now he's only going to serve 1:30. So a 30-second EMO on the way here with inside of 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
What? Now what? We got
Coach Sampson,
5.
I think, is demanding an explanation. I think he wanted a little more there. And South trying to get the personnel right, it looks like.
But I did overhear him just say there's 2 men down. And they are 2 men down. So he must have given him a cross-check and a push. I don't.
Or is there a second man coming to the box?
Well, there's only one guy in the box. That means he drew 2.
That means Medling is down on his right knee, and the only guy in the box for South.
But what?
The other penalty on the board is given to Ethan Johnson, the goaltender.
I got you. Okay. Then they should have their home in the box right now, and they don't.
Yeah. 2 consecutive 30s. Or both are ticking off here at the same time. Shot. Get a 6-on-4 here. Long outlet. Johnson looking to just burn some clock. Throws it almost the length of the field. His brother trying to track it down in the corner. Instead, it goes to Londonderry. However, Risley was out of bounds. South back with it. And they've killed off the penalties here as we hit the 2-minute mark, third quarter. Good job there by the Purple Panthers. Trying to hang around here, trailing by 3. Looking to cut into the lead. Rutstein on the move. Not going to happen there. Restart coming from behind the net from Russell. Or Roselle, excuse me. Johnson, little jab. Risley giving it arm's length, so to speak. Medling back on, going to backtrack all the way to midfield. Once a one-on-one, draws a couple of cheers from the bench. Coming right side. I think South likes this matchup. The smaller defender trying to hang with him is Pedrick. Finally forces him to give it up. Down 1:15 to go on this third quarter clock. South looking for the opportunity, waiting patiently here. Roselle against shot. Somehow fired it, looked like through the legs of the defender Provost, or just around that left leg. Clock down to 1 minute. South looking for back-to-back goals for the first time in the game. Roselle out in front, trying to find Fleury. Walden, the sophomore goaltender, able to take it away. Good defensive play.
That's a good pass. Fleury's got the goal.
Long pass on the clear for Londonderry is going to free up Heward. Heward on the run. Looks middle, had it broken up. Good defensive play there. Severin Johnson now in some trouble, trying to fight his way out. Loose. And then scooped up with one hand by Campbell at midfield. South in possession, 20 seconds, third quarter. Looking for one more. And Coach Monson yelling, push it. He wants a shot here. Campbell fires, kicked aside by Walden. This one kept alive behind cage. Campbell down to 4 seconds.
There it is.
Looking to get one more off. It's wild and wide, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. Londonderry and South, they exchange goals in that third quarter, but the deficit remains the same. Still a 3-goal lead for Londonderry as we head to the fourth. Will the Lancers earn their second win of the season on the road, or does South have one more comeback in them? We begin to find out next. You're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
With locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Imagine. Back here in South Territory, Stello Stadium in the great city of Nashua, the Gate City. Fourth quarter on the way. Home team going to have to strap it up here for the final 12 minutes as they look to erase a 3-goal gap. Londonderry holding that lead wire to wire, at least so far, through 3 quarters. Lancers 6, Purple Panthers 3. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Lancers looking to get back to 500 at 2-2 with a win today. South hoping to stay undefeated and improve to 3-0.
Yeah, South has got to get these gremlins off their back with the mistakes. They've had some chances. They've had the ball on offense. They just seem to get a little rattled out there with a little tough defense and aren't getting their chances to get good takes. Just a quick schedule note here. The other Division I game, Bedford and Concord, for some reason that game was postponed. That was at Concord. Concord's got a grass field, and that's going to be played and made up on May 5th.
Must have been the rain, right?
Must have been the rain.
Again, raining heavy last night, heavy this morning with winds. But seemingly it cleared off just in time, a couple hours or so before we got underway here at 4 o'clock local time. All right, off the face-off. A lengthy ground ball still up for grabs. 6-7 players in that mix before finally it's Roselle who comes out of the mix with possession for South. Purple Panthers looking to go right to work. Roselle finally gets rid of it. Johnson now in no hurry. And again, South will reassess. They trail 6-3. Londonderry scored the first 2 goals of the game. Josh DeFranzo back-to-back about midway through that first quarter. South got on the board in the final seconds of the frame on a Nathaniel Campbell score. It was 2-1 Londonderry after 1. Lancers added 3 more. Savage, another from DeFranzo, and then Noah Malcolm to hold their largest lead at 5-1. It was late in that second quarter. Rhett Medling with 2 minutes even before halftime got the second South goal. Here's Medling on the run. He's going to get his second goal. In real time, able to weave through that defense and score the goal. Again, his second of the afternoon, and suddenly Londonderry's lead is just 2. It's 6-4.
Well, this is what they need. They need some skilled players that can handle the ball to get on top of the defense. And he had no help on this, the defender that is. It was a very, very late slide. But, hey, give it to Rhett Medling. Second goal of the game.
6-4. Now our score. Just to recap DeFranzo scored his 4th goal for Londonderry midway through the third to push the Lancer lead to 6-2. The last 2 goals, though, have gone South's way, Griffin Johnson, and then a second ago, Rhett Medling.
And I think this entire half, Medling has done nothing but play midfield. He has not been, in an attack position. So clearly he's one of their better skilled players, and Coach Monson wants him with the ball.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Campbell with a good-looking interception. Sets up South again on the attack. Johnson going to dance here in the near corner.
And they're going to get Fleury involved here, too. He's the youngest of, I think, 3 brothers that have played here at South.
Yeah, he's just kind of hanging around in the middle of that defense, looking for a crack.
Yeah, his father is the assistant coach on South's team, and his 2 older brothers are playing collegiate ball right now, I believe, still. He's a skilled player, too.
Haven't heard from him this afternoon in terms of the scorer's sheet.
I had him with one shot.
One shot.
Yeah,
okay.
one shot, and he's playing crease. He's a little bit undersized, so that's where you can find some success, like DeFranzo has. Being a little sneaky attackman.
Meanwhile, Pedrick looking to challenge the defense, fires a bouncing shot, contested on the release.
A good defense there. They just had him all tied up.
DeFranzo, though, has his back, and Londonderry going to keep it here with 2.5 gone by, fourth quarter. Lancers looking for a shot in the arm, as the last 2 have gone to South. Londonderry is not trailed, however, this afternoon. Howe in no hurry. Now Pedrick going to be closed out here as South decides to challenge. Londonderry clearly looking to run some clock. Now Howe given the green right, going to sprint to his right. Medling in pursuit. DeFranzo pulls in that one overhead behind Cage, and Londonderry's going to work the perimeter again.
Well, at some point they've got to get to the cage. You can't just do this all day. There's a stall warning still in high school lacrosse, and
right, I was about to say no shot clock, but the stall warning is, of course, at the official's discretion.
Exactly, and they're really not making an attempt to get to the cage.
Well, Howe's just making an attempt to keep the ball here. The bigger defender on his back. That's Severin Johnson.
Yeah.
Eventually, Londonderry able to pull it back, and now Pedrick trying to keep his balance. Took a shot there from behind. DeFranzo back to Pedrick. Londonderry doing some damage here on the clock. They've held it for over a minute. We're down to, 8 minutes and change to go in regulation.
Yeah. If I'm Coach Monson, I'm going a little batty right now.
Meanwhile, Malcolm split 2 defenders, drew the attention of a third, and ultimately pulls it back out. Behind that, DeFranzo. He scored 4 goals here this afternoon, looking for a 5th. That shot won't find the target, goes wide. Backed up by Malcolm. Londonderry keeps it.
I thought that near official was getting ready to do it. He walked into the box, and, of course, when you have a call like that to move the ball and get a shot with a delay, you've got to keep it in the box. And as soon as he stepped in that box and wavered a little bit, the shot got taken, but he's back on the sideline. Nope, that's going to be a pat.
This is Bauman.
Yeah.
Draws a flag.
Yeah.
Flag comes right in front of the Londonderry bench. The Lancers like it. Nearly 5 minutes in, fourth quarter. Looks like another South penalty is on the way. Upset is Roselle. Threw his stick to the ground here, threw his helmet as well, as he storms his way off. Storms his way off on onto the south sideline. Yep. He's upset for sure.
Well, he's got to get in the box, so that's a delay of game, too.
And the senior blowing off some steam here outside of the box, behind his teammates on the sideline.
So you cannot do what he did. You have to be in the box right now, and you can't take your helmet off if you're in the box.
30-second penalty. Londonderry scored on the EMO back in the first half. 4th penalty today against the Purple Panthers.
There it is.
He's open.
Oh, nice
Fires
play.
a shot. And a good stop upstairs again by Johnson.
He just picked off the pass. That was a cross-crease pass.
Long outlet pass is slightly off target. Good effort by Campbell to reel it in, but he landed on his back out of bounds. However, Londonderry turns it right back over. Now in their own end, Johnson.
Good look.
Hits his man. It's Rutstein at midfield. Gets the clear for South. And as we near the midway point, fourth quarter, home team trying to cut the Lancer lead in half, trailing 6-4. Medling has scored twice today. He's got it here in his stick. Goes at the smaller defender. Pedrick, slide comes over. Off the switch, trying to stay with him. Is the defender Cam Brutus. Now, good turnover. Still with it. Pedrick, eye on the cage, now slows down. And again, Londonderry looking to kill some more clock as we step past the midway point, fourth quarter.
Yeah, South dodged a bullet with that man down. They could have been in a lot of trouble.
Bomb and shot.
Off that shoulder.
Deflected. Johnson reels it out of the sky and then hits his man Medling on the outlet. Medling with numbers. South trying to capitalize in transition. Here's Fleury. Short pass for Johnson, who's pushed back out here, goal line extended.
Okay, got to get a good possession here, South. Got to control the ball. Be sharp. Plenty of time. There's no need to rush. You're only down by 2. Here it comes.
Looking for Johnson.
Good save by
Tough
Walden.
angle stop. Walden was ready. The sophomore has had a strong second half in cage for Londonderry. Now on the clear. Lancers looking to push. It's the long pole on that far side. Brutus going to wind and fire. Johnson gets a piece. It's redirected to the corner. It's going to crawl out of bounds. And stay with Londonderry here with just over 5 minutes to go.
Man, again in the in the film room next week, number 19, you over there in the corner while we watch this. you don't do that. 15 yards out.
That's Dylan Risley you're talking about,
yes,
the senior.
Sir. The 19, yep.
One of Londonderry's better athletes. Outstanding safety for that club in the fall for the state champion Londonderry football team. All right, on the clear, Jack Byrne. We'll take a wide swoop there on that far wing. One eye on the clock as we move towards 4 minutes to go. Londonderry looking to play some keep away and protect this 6-4 lead.
Yeah, South really needed a good possession there, a little bit more patient. Could have gotten a better take on that.
DeFranzo, he's been the offensive star. Looks to get the step behind the cage. Looks for Heward. Pass a little off target, broken up. Ultimately, Johnson again gets to it. Medling now, looking for the 50-yard line, has it.
It's time to start using some timeouts here.
Sell still has 2. I think Coach is calling for one now, and he'll get it.
There we go.
Timeout, Coach Monson. Going to use the first of 2 to stop the clock here with just inside of 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Our coverage is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By New Hampshire iPhone Repair. It's done while you wait. It's backed by their lifetime warranty. 6 locations in southern New Hampshire and on the seacoast. Visit NHiPhoneRepair.com. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks Showcase and Development for College Lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. By the Dead River Company, a full-service heating provider committed to keeping New Hampshire warm with propane and heating oil. Learn more at deadriver.com. And finally, by the Bean Group and Roger Howe Real Estate, your local professional for all types of real estate, residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties. Call 603-247-1583. Coming up after the game, full recap here. Stats, highlights, plus a look ahead at the second part of our Tuesday night doubleheader. We've got Bishop Girton, the defending Division I champion, taking on regional power, Zavarian Brothers out of Massachusetts. That's coming up 6 o'clock Eastern. We'll preview that one, part of the post-game coverage coming up here momentarily in Nashua. Londonderry holding a 6-4 lead here, Roger, with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
They got to score. Plain and simple. They've got to score. They've got to turn this time of possession in their favor. once they get this thing down to a 1-goal lead for Londonderry, and I just don't see where there's going to be enough time the way that Londonderry's been ragging the ball when they've had it on the offense.
Got to capitalize when they do have it. And they come out of the timeout here, I believe, with something in mind. Roselle being ridden.
No help.
Draws the slide. Pass dropped by Johnson.
Look where the three offensive players for South are. As he crosses goal line extended, they're way up at the top of the box.
Good ground ball. Taken in by McPhail. Still has it up ahead. And instead of charging towards the cage, Malcolm is going to come to a trot here in the near corner as Londonderry looks to bleed this clock down. We approach the 3-minute mark here, fourth quarter.
Watch Johnson, number 5. They're going to have to pop him, get him into a double situation. Londonderry's playing smart, though. Keep the ball away.
Howe trying to get away from Rutstein to his left. South really looking to press out now inside of 3 minutes. Howe comes all the way to the near side of the field, flips it for Malcolm, who comes middle. He's got no interest in pulling the trigger. Out instead for Bauman, swung near side for Pedrick. Swims away from one defender, passes it up. Malcolm again behind the cage.
Good discipline.
It draws the applause from the south sideline. I'm sorry, the Londonderry sideline. The coaches like that. Malcolm. Double team, stripped. There's the turnover they were hoping for.
And it should have been a timeout call.
The long
right there.
pole, Heaton ended up with it and then lost it on the sideline. Londonderry on the ride forced the turnover after a brief possession there by South.
Yeah, and I looked down at Coach Fleury on the south sideline. I think he was yelling. Yeah, he's got his hands up right now. He was yelling timeout on that, and they didn't hear him. And he's given the official an earful.
Yeah, he's been busy on the south sideline here this afternoon.
Now they're giving him a keep it in. Failure to advance.
Yep. So that comes with inside of 2 minutes. South going to have to hurry, trailing 6-4. On the move.
Get that tee ready.
Rutstein, double team, bouncer. Fleury had it for a moment. It looked like contested it near the goal, but instead Walden able to wrestle it free for Londonderry, the goaltender. Long outlet, taken in overhead. Good catch there, Jesse Morin. He'll flip it upfield, and now Bauman looks to his right, trying to avoid Johnson, trying to avoid Medling, trying to avoid the double team. He's stripped, though. Couldn't step through it. Good defensive play by Severin Johnson, the defender. In the middle, Roselle. Clock ticking, coming up on a minute now. This one scooped up.
Can't afford to lose it. Oh!
Roselle, pass across, intercepted. Outlet dropped, recovered by Bauman, makes the pass off his back foot. Malcolm swims through 2 defenders. Up ahead, DeFranzo eyeing his 5th goal. Shot, stoned by Johnson. Keeps South in the game here with 45 seconds. Long outlet, Medling can't find it. Finally does. Comes middle. Rutstein looks for a man near the cage. The goalie lays him out. That was Roselle who was hit.
It's a loose ball push.
South wants a penalty. They get the stoppage here with 35 seconds. And a penalty, it looks like.
No, it's not a penalty because it was loose ball. It was just a loose ball.
Okay.
So it's just a change of possession.
Yeah, you're right.
And South should be calling a timeout here. I mean, you can get one in the bag here with a good play running off of a timeout or coming out of a timeout, and then hope you win the faceoff and bring it down.
Instead, Coach Monson seemingly okay with giving the play from the sideline here. Goes up top. Roselle, double teamed, in trouble, swims away, fires a low shot that's wide. It'll stay with South with 25 seconds to go.
Get your guys high, cut them down.
Meanwhile, Johnson told to back up. Eager for the restart, giving the whistle.
Roll.
Pass far side, trying to muscle middle.
Yeah.
Shot, score!
That's a shovel.
Looks like an underhanded release in traffic.
That's number.
Connor Roselle,
yeah.
hard to believe that that's his first goal of the afternoon. He's had the ball in his stick a ton. Calls his own number there with the clock ticking. Now, South within 1, the closest they've been since early in the game.
Look at this play.
However, they're down to just 19 seconds.
The little backward shovel. Love it. Love it. Create your own offense out there. Now they're taking the timeout. Okay.
There's their final timeout. I think that's
all right. I'll go
the
with that.
situation Coach Monson was hoping for, the quick goal and then the timeout. It comes with just over 19 seconds remaining here. So for the upcoming face-off, take me through the huddles here. What do you do if you're Londonderry, and what do you do if you're Nashua South?
If I'm Londonderry, I'm double polling the face-off. We can't afford to have anything happen. I'm going to put both my polls on the defensive side of the field. They don't need a goal. They don't need to score. Who cares if they get possession? That's great. But put your polls on the defensive side. And if I'm South, I'm going to obviously put Swisher out there on the face-off, and I'm going to get number 11 Rousel and Campbell on the wings. I don't go defensive midfield on the wings here or a long pole. We got to have offense. We need it right now.
And if you're Londonderry?
Londonderry, you just
get hope for the win, right?
Well, yeah, you're putting your poles out on the wing. You're going to double pole it, okay?
Oh, I thought you meant South. Okay.
No.
Okay,
Londonderry, you're going to double pole
my
here.
Bad.
That's what I would do. There's no risk in putting two poles out there on the defensive wing, on the defensive side.
All right, let's see what they do here.
And they're going with just the one pole on number 6, which is fine. I mean, that's how you came to the dance.
They like Roselle here on the near side wing, I think, no matter what length stick is in his hands. He's been a ground ball king.
Yeah.
All right. 19 seconds. Big face-off coming at midfield. Ty Parsons for Londonderry trying to get the advantage here against, I think that's Campbell down there.
They got to get it.
Diving for it.
He's got it.
Here he comes. Roselle. Johnson. Shot. Saved by Walden. Going to throw it the length of the field with 10 seconds. It won't get out, though. Knocked down far side. Londonderry's there. It's the face-off man himself, Parsons, who gets to it. Pass taken in the middle of the field, and the clock is going to expire. Wow. Londonderry able to seal the deal. A big-time save by the sophomore goaltender Colby Walden. Is going to preserve a 6-5 Londonderry victory on the road over Nashua South.
Wow. Sophomore goalie comes in at halftime, comes up with some pretty big saves here. He only let one goal in that third quarter, and, man, he came up huge there because Griffin Johnson got good wood on that about 10 yards out. Great step down, and Walden picked it up. I don't know what happened on his release there, but it flubbed out of his stick and
I think
it went backward.
That's exactly right. It looked like it slipped out on the release. It fooled me for a second, but luckily for him, his teammates able to get to it and kill the remainder of that clock to put the exclamation point on this one. Good effort for South. They fell behind 6-2 late in the third quarter. They score 3 straight, including the final goal with just 19 seconds remaining, and go out swinging. However, Londonderry in the end gets their second win of the season. They improved to 2-2, and they hand Nashua South their first loss as the Purple Panthers slip to 2-1. Coming up, post-game, a full recap here from Nashua South. Stats, highlights, analysis, plus an out-of-town scoreboard if we can muster a few different scores. Kind of a light schedule tonight, however. A preview of the upcoming battle between Bishop Girton and Zavarian Brothers here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire as well.
Little public service announcement from Nick and myself here in the booth. If you are a Twitter person, if you're a tweeter and you're in Division 2 and 3, we need all the help we can get. We want to promote your teams. We want to give you some airtime. We want to talk about your players and your teams, but we got to know what's going on out there. Most of you programs have accounts out there with Twitter, but they've been dormant for a long time. Let's get going on this and show your kids some support out there and move this New Hampshire high school lacrosse sport moving forward.
Well said. We are, of course, on Twitter at FNLNH. Again, on Twitter at FNLNH. All right. Back in a moment to put the bow on this one. 6-5, the final. Londonderry, the win. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And do you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time. Given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today.
At Dead River Company, the work we do is about more than just filling up tanks. It's about the everyday moments in your home. We're here to fix your heating equipment, so you have heat and hot water for moments like this. We brave the elements, so you're always safe and warm. Anytime, day or night. Because it's moments like this that we do everything we do.
Dead River Company, it's not your job to worry about the heat. It's ours.
Become a customer today, and we'll be there for the moments that matter to you.
Was that?
Yeah, all right. Fourth quarter. Final score. Final score, 6-5, Londonderry. A wire-to-wire win for the Lancers. Things tightened up there in that fourth quarter. A good, valiant effort by South. But in the end, a one-goal win for Londonderry as they get back to 500. Now 2-2 on this young season. South, they suffer their first setback. Slipped to 2-1. A couple of Josh DeFranzo goals in that first quarter set Londonderry off with the right tone. They held a 2-0 lead before South got on the board in the final seconds of that first quarter. Nathaniel Campbell got the goal. Londonderry scored 3 straight to open up the second quarter. Brandon Savage, a third from DeFranzo, and then Noah Malcolm gave Londonderry their largest lead at 5-1 late in that second quarter. Rhett Medling at the 2-minute mark gave South some hope and trimmed the Londonderry lead to 5-2. That's where we were at halftime. Lancers added another DeFranzo score, his 4th of the afternoon, midway through the third quarter, and rebuilt that 4-goal edge at 6-2. And that's when South said enough is enough. Griffin Johnson got on the board with a bullet shot late in that third quarter to cut the gap to 3 to begin the fourth. Then Rhett Medling, just over a minute into the fourth quarter, brought South within 2 on his second score. And then Connor Roselle, with just 19 seconds to go, gave South some light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. They called their final timeout at that point. They won the corresponding face-off and got themselves a shot from Griffin Johnson. A pretty good look at the cage, but in the end, Colby Walden made the big save for Londonderry to secure this one by a final score of 6-5. Again, Londonderry now at 2-2. South slipping to 2-1.
So, second half, a lot more exciting than the first half, in my opinion. And South actually rose to the occasion in this second half. They held Londonderry scoreless for the fourth quarter. I will concede 1 point, and that is Londonderry was ragging the ball most of the time in the fourth, so they really didn't have an opportunity, or didn't really need to get into their offense. But hey, Roswell, how does he pronounce his name? I have Rousel.
You're probably right.
Rousel? We're sorry, Connor, if we're getting your name all messed up during the broadcast. But
we've been saying it a lot, which is a compliment in his own right?
Yeah. Bad eyes at 61, what can I say?
Or 39.
Yeah, right. But very impressed with how South handled the last about 3 minutes of that fourth quarter and managed to almost come out with a tie here.
Fought the whole way, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
very impressed.
Well, both teams will look to get back after a short break. South, they'll be favored, I would say, on Thursday when they play host to Memorial/Central, that co-op out of Manchester. And Londonderry, they're going to challenge themselves at Cape Elizabeth.
Just south very good this year.
Just south of Portland up there in the great state of Maine. Yeah, they are, and they're always good, but really good this year. So Londonderry with an out-of-state affair coming up on Friday. Speaking of out-of-state, Roger, the next game we've got on tap should be a doozy. Bishop Girton, the defending Division I champion in the state of New Hampshire, taking on perennial power Xaverian Brothers out of Massachusetts in what's become a pretty good annual rivalry here, about to resume for the first time in a couple of years due to the COVID-19 situation. But we got BG and Xaverian Brothers on tap next.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Want to thank our friends here in Nashua, Lisa Gingras and her staff at Nashua South. Appreciate the opportunity to come up and post up here in the booth at the Great Stello Stadium, one of my favorite venues, period. We appreciate Lisa and her staff. All right. Coming up, we'll take a break, get our links reestablished, and then get to work with BG and Xaverian Brothers as our great crew of John Barron, Craig Incardoni, Steve Beals, Ben Beals, Roger Howe, and, of course, myself get things cooking in a couple of minutes. Want to thank our sponsors as well: Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, the New Hampshire Tomahawks, New Hampshire iPhone Repair, Dead River Company, and the Bean Group and Roger Howe Real Estate as well. Final score, final time, Londonderry 6, Nashua South 5. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.